Good afternoon, Greater Minds. I totally lost there. Good afternoon, Greater Minds. Nathan Boji with Remax Classic, chair of the tech committee, and I'm with
Peter Toring from Coldwell Banker, vice chair of the tech committee. Got a lot of fun stuff for you, Facebook peeps. We've got quite a bit. The disclaimer first. Of course, our opinions are just that, mine and Nathan's opinions. We don't necessarily reflect the board's views. And check us out here on Facebook Live. This will also be available in the Greater Minds group later, also on the GMAR YouTube channel, and you can also listen to it in audio format via iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, wherever you happen to get your podcasts if you don't want to listen right now. And we've also got some GMAR news that we'll roll through as well.
Yeah, we do. So first kind of order of business with GMAR is the GMAR scholarships for the Realtor members and their children, up to $1,000 each. Last year, GMAR gave out $25,000 in scholarships. Pretty fantastic. To find out some more information about that, just go to gmar.com/scholarships. The important thing to remember about this is the deadline is May 30th. So if yourself or a family member, a child is going to take advantage of this, make sure you hop on there prior to May 31st to apply.
Next big thing, do you know someone who is outstanding in being a voice for real estate and home ownership rights? Nominate them for GMAR's Realtor Active in Politics Award. Nominations on that also due May 31st. Go to gmaronline.com/ROTY. Again, gmaronline.com/ROTY to nominate them.
So another nomination is the GMAR's Realtor of the Year Award. If you would like to nominate somebody for that, the deadline is May 31st. To do so, you're going to go to gmaronline.com/RAP, R-A-P,
Nope.
Robert Apple Paul.
This is completely reversed. Blame our producer, Tim, because I'm pretty sure that these are reversed. I think that it's
Yes.
ROTY for the Realtor of the Year and RAP for the Realtor Active in Politics. We are off to a rip-rolling start.
Yes, we like to keep it exciting around here.
On that note, mark your calendars for GMAR's annual Shred Day. That is June 15th. GMAR is going to have a shredding truck at the office. Our new office on 12 Mile, if you haven't been here, in Southfield. Beautiful office. Lots of greens and oranges. So they're great color scheme, too. So it allows members to shred up to 4 boxes of waste for free. So again, June 15th here at the office. Bring your shredding stuff in if you don't already have a service that does that for you.
GMAR, so join GMAR as the Run the Plank. You can run or walk this 5K with other GMAR members, taking place on June 30th at Romeo Plank in Macomb by selecting GMAR under the How Did You Hear About the Run? Register at runtheplank.com. Again, that's runtheplank.com. It's $30 if you register before June 8th. And you can find out more information at runtheplank.com as well.
This is a great event for all of you people like me who are East Siders and complain that GMAR never does anything near you. Make sure you don't miss this.
That's near you.
Yeah. Also, NAR, guys, provides free websites to all its members. It's run through Playster. It's excellent platform, something to check out. GMAR has worked with the NAR to make this process seamless. Go to gmaronline/free website. Again, gmaronline/free website to claim yours.
Peter, do you know, I don't know how much you know about that system, but do you know, is that sort of automatically generated when you become like a NAR member, do you know?
No, you actually have to, if it's the
sign
same
up for
site,
it?
you actually have to go in and sign up for it. But
All right, cool.
It is pretty simple and easy to do.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, we've got a million expenses as realtors, and it seems like as the time rolls on, we find something else to spend money on. So this is a nice free option for you. Talking about websites and tech and all that fun stuff, we have a big event coming up June 7th, the NAR Tech Edge in Lansing. This is a pretty cool event. It's going to be a lot of different tech topics discussed, and it's not going to be, quote unquote, just, how to reprogram your computer, but it's how to utilize tech in your business, whether it's social media, video, different apps, different, computer programs and stuff like that, websites that you might want to take advantage of. They're going to kind of cover everything. The other really neat thing about this is the first time in 5 years, I believe it's 5 years, that this has been close to us. I know Lansing's a bit of a hike for, some of us, about an hour drive, not too bad. But, the last 5 years, it's been in other states. So if you can attend, I highly recommend it. It's a really nice event. It's going to be June 7th.
Where can we find out more? Tim's going to link it out in the comments.
Yeah, look for the comments for where to register and so forth.
Let's dive into the content.
Let's dive in.
So we were talking today. We were talking pre-show about what is kind of everybody riding the struggle bus a little bit on, and we all kind of I brought up kind of keeping track of everything. I'm assuming that all you realtors are in the same boat. You guys are busy. Things are really picking up, and it's becoming crazy to not only keep your active clients managed, keep your leads managed, keep your pending deals managed. So we said, all right, what are everybody's favorite tools to kind of go through, track those things, make sure they're staying up to date, not only on their lead follow-up, but also on their active clients and on their pending deals. This is something you got to still deliver great client service even when you're trying to market. And
I mean we're busy. Our industry is growing, and as we're picking up more listings and showing more houses for buyers and closing more deals, there's a lot of information to keep up with. Peter, what's your favorite tool to like track all your transactions and keep up with your folks?
I got to say this: my two biggest ones. I've got a transaction manager within my CRM. I use the Perfect Storm CRM, but also fantastic Gmail attachment called Folio by Imagery.
Yes.
Is fantastic. It'll ask you if it sees your particular address. I think it's once or twice. Yep. It'll actually ask you, hey, is this a transaction you're working on? And if you say yes, this is, they can say, okay, here are the people that you've emailed. Are they the buyer, the seller, the lender, the listing agent, whoever? And then you can actually go through and set up a shared timeline that'll actually go on and activate on their Google Calendar. Inspection contingency dates, estimated closing dates, when they've got to have their mortgage application in. I have the premium version, so it lets you do more than 3 timelines. It's a couple bucks. It's not anything that's
it's pretty
expensive.
Economical from what I remember. And the other cool thing too, I understand, is you can share that to your clients, so they can keep up with what's going on.
You can share it with everybody, so that way. Even if for whatever reason you forget to remind your clients, hey, by the way, just remember you need to have your mortgage in or your mortgage app in, it's still going to remind them, send them an email. So it's a really, really helpful tool.
Cool. Awesome. Personally, a tech tool that I like to use that helps me keep up with everything and keep up with the pace of the way business is going today is, as simple as it might sound, is Authentisign, is the electronic signature platforms. There's Authentisign, DocuSign. There's a couple different of them. I happen to like Authentisign. The fact that it integrates directly to the MLS and all that type of stuff, it's great. I mean, our clients are busy today, we're busy today, and our business moves at the speed of light. So being able to get information to people, documents to people, to clients, to be able to review and sign and get back in the snap of a finger is super important. And it's been a huge tool for me. The other thing that I really like too about Authentisign is it keeps everything. Mm-hmm. So if I've got a deal in there from we're almost to closing and man, I can't find this one document, I can go back to Authentisign. It's got a copy of it, and it's always been
the other great thing about Authentisign is you can actually save. I don't know if everybody knows this. You can save layouts.
Yes, templates.
So if you've got your purchase agreement, you've got your agency disclosure, your designated buyer's agency agreement, whatever that is, you can actually have a template. Save. This is where buyer 1 goes. This is where buyer 2 goes. Seller's agent, seller, whatever, and you can actually apply those templates. Boom. Click the design feature. It's already got the templates there. You just make sure everything is correct.
Yep.
And you just roll.
It's an awesome tool. And like I said, if you're a RealComp subscriber through the Transaction Desk platform from Instaforms, it's in there.
Not to mention, if you are an Apple user, iPad or iPhone, you can use the Transaction Desk app.
Yes.
So if you have not started using that, it is really nice. And you can also run, if you get a document in through Gmail, you can actually open it in Transaction Desk right into a new sign.
Correct.
Really, really easy.
Yep. Yeah, and it's and actually I think you can through Google Drive you can open it on a PC as well. Mm-hmm. So if you're in Authentisign, you want to load a document from Google Drive, you can do it right directly from Google Drive.
You can link your Google Drive together. So we would love to hear, of course, the tools that you guys are using to keep your current clients together. I think it goes without saying that having a good CRM is absolutely invaluable.
Paramount today.
To make sure that you're keeping your leads
comment
in.
below. I mean, people are. I know in my office, I'm constantly getting questions of what tools, what apps, what programs, that type of stuff. So if you have things that you really like to use, leave a comment below and give a little note as to why you like it, and hopefully it'll help somebody else out.
Yeah. One other thing that we wanted to talk about in this same realm of being busy is when you're developing new business, along with making sure that you're providing great service to your clients, is you've got to track that marketing. We were talking about mailers. You can't necessarily always, understand what your ROI is on mailers. We've got a very limited amount of time, a very limited marketing budget. And so we wanted to talk about what are the best ways that you're tracking that marketing? What are the things that you're doing to save time? I said one of the big things for me was, of course, I run all my ads through Facebook Ad Manager, which lets me see my return right there, what I'm paying per
So
lead, per
not to
click.
interrupt you, Peter, but I just want to highlight one thing Peter said. He said Facebook Ad Manager.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people confuse Facebook ads and boosting a Facebook post. They think they're the same thing, but they're not. Boosting your posts on Facebook is actually detrimental to what you're trying to accomplish.
We should make a whole podcast.
We
just
could,
on,
yeah.
Just on that.
Tim, you have some coffee. We'll be here a while. But yeah, so that was an excellent point.
Yeah. If you're running actual ads through Ad Manager, it allows you to see your price per click, things like that. But I'm also using Google Analytics to kind of on the back end see, okay, who's actually hitting my site? Can I retarget them? Can I use my pixel to retarget them? And it makes it a heck of a lot of easier to understand where my dollars are going and where my time is going. And then when I set all of that, if I've got, I'm kind of pre-packaging everything, so I'm pre-scheduling my posts. We'll talk a little bit more about that.
Yep.
I'm pre-writing my ads so I can just turn them on, and then allowing me to track that. It's saving me a ton of time.
Yeah, and I think you hit on a big thing there is the pre-writing, the scheduling, and the time saving, because that's really what these systems are meant for. A big part of it, at least, yes, the outreach, the ability to broadcast what you want to be heard, but the time saving to allow you to do other things in your business is super important, and taking advantage of being able to schedule that you want particular posts to go out on Tuesday at 11:02, and then on Friday at 4:53, in the afternoon. Instead of having to remember that, it just does it for you, and you can do it on Sunday while you're having a cup of coffee or something.
Right, you can use it on your business page. You can do it first thing Monday. Take an hour, schedule all your posts for the week. It really makes it. You end up wasting less time on Facebook, I found. Which is good.
Absolutely, and obviously the things we were just covering are kind of on the tech end, but some of us are still doing hard marketing in a sense of hard copy marketing, whether it be postcards, mailers, magazines, things like that. And, you can, a lot of times it's hard to figure out what of that is working other than, this customer said, hey, I saw your ad in blah, blah, blah publication. Maybe they did go to your website, but you don't really have any idea of how they went to your website. So, custom URLs that might pertain to a particular neighborhood that maybe you're farming with postcards. Maybe you're sending a postcard out and instead of having, just johnsmith.com, you want to have johnsmith.com / Cherry Park, so that way if it's getting hit.
Yeah, especially with how cheap URLs are. I mean, I buy most of my URLs for $3 a year or $4 a year.
Yeah,
it's very easy to have that redirect, and then you can using Google Analytics or another software.
There's
that.
Yep, there's a couple of the registrars, the domain providers like GoDaddy and so forth that actually provide vanity URL services. So that way you don't necessarily have to go out and buy like a 123mainstreet.com. You could just tack it onto your existing domain and things like that. So you could check out that kind of stuff. But a lot of ways to automate marketing. And maybe we just figured out our next topic, is the Facebook Ad Manager and all that kind of stuff,
And another thing too that's saving us a lot of time. There are so many little tools, so many little tricks, and it almost seems kind of silly to bring them up because they're so small. But we had said even I have an auto text responder on some of my ads, which is huge. I also have, if you are in the Showing Time app, if you go through, if you look on when you're scheduling a showing on Showing Time, once that's been confirmed, there'll be a little map below. If you tap that, it'll direct you right into Google Maps. And you can get that already preloaded.
Set up your navigation. If you're bouncing house to house, it's going to look at where you're currently at to where you want to go and give you the best route. I mean, there's a lot of tools out there for us that we're not having to go out and pay more for. They're just right at our fingertips. We have to utilize them. And the Showing Time app is huge. Just one, being able to schedule showings on a fly. Two, I don't know, Peter, if you've used the messaging feature on there, but I have a couple times. It's proved to be fruitful.
It's a great way if a listing agent does not have a listed phone number.
Yeah.
It's a great way if you know they're using the Showing Time app, you can actually use the messaging feature and say, hey, by the way, you forgot to put a lockbox code in there, or hey,
Yep.
I'm going to be 10 minutes late.
Yep. Yeah. And I don't know if you saw the email that came out. I think it was this morning, maybe, that they now have a running late feature on the app to where you can specifically go in and say you just click running 5 minutes late to let everybody know. So that way, in case somebody's got the kids stocked in the car waiting to get out of the house, when you show up, they know they got 2 more seconds to breathe until they have to be out. So a lot of tools out there to use, but the Showing Time app is awesome.
Yeah, and if you are a My RealSource user and you're using the HomeSnap app, you can actually direct link into Showing Time from the HomeSnap app.
Yep, it's the same thing with the RealComp app too, right?
Yeah.
Right from the listing.
Which is fantastic.
Very nice.
So we've got a lot of different tools that we're using, and I think it's getting more important than ever to make sure that you're using these tech tools to make sure that you're utilizing your time as efficiently as possible.
So Peter, we're talking about how tech helps us. And sometimes it can be a little tricky, right? It can hurt us a little bit. We had an interesting conversation prior to coming on live today where an agent was talking about how some of the surveillance systems that are in homes these days, because there's a million types of different cameras. There's the Nest cams, the drop cams, all of this type of stuff, and how much of your showing experience with your clients is being recorded, and what's happening with that information. A couple of things that came out of the conversation I thought was really interesting is it is kind of like a professional well-being thing to notify your fellow realtors that, hey, this home does have cameras, this home does have recording services, and to do that in your realtor remarks of your listing. However, it also is to keep in mind that it's not a code of ethics violation, an R code of ethics violation if this is not done. But we're in a cooperative business, even though we're competitive with each other, and helping each other get those deals done is great, and keeping our clients safe too.
It's a reminder to be courteous, and it's again too, not that it's a gotcha, but it's something that if you are in a house that's got surveillance, it's we want to be. Because also for me, if you are a buyer's agent, I'm going to change my conversation. Just like if I've got a seller in the house, I'm going to change my conversation. I don't want to tip my hand to, hey, if I've got a buyer that loves the house, if I know I'm under surveillance, I'm going to keep that under wraps.
Yeah, don't want them doing backflips.
Yeah, I don't want my negotiation position to be compromised.
Absolutely.
I think it's something that's really important. So kind of be aware of that. Be aware that now, especially, it's easier than ever for a seller to be watching you in real time, as well as listening to you.
Yeah.
So it's something to be aware of. Be careful with your negotiations. Of course, we're not worried about misconduct in homes. We're all keeping our buyers in line, things
Absolutely.
like that. But it is something to be aware of.
Absolutely.
So, be watching out for future. Maybe we will do a podcast completely on Facebook Ad Manager. It might be something to look out for. But also, again, Tech Edge is going to be fantastic. Apparently, I'm going to be speaking there.
Yes.
On an unknown topic. So be on the lookout for that. So if you don't want to hear more of me, stay away. But thanks so much, guys. We really appreciate it. And again, as always, if you would like to hear about a certain topic, if you've got certain comments on this, please feel free to comment below or send any of us an email or a Facebook message. We'd love to hear those ideas. We are here as a value to you guys.
Absolutely. And to close smoother than we opened, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great afternoon.